The newborn's cry cut through the subway's rumble like a beacon. Rain lashed the windows as the train careened through the tunnel, fluorescent lights flickering over stunned faces. Just minutes earlier, the woman had collapsed, pregnant, gasping, her tailored ivory blouse clinging to her skin from the downpour. Passengers had frozen. Some stared, others filmed, no one moved. Until a man in a frayed flannel shirt knelt beside her, his calloused hands steady as he shielded her with his jacket. Now he held the tiny infant in his arms, her pink cheeks flushed, her lungs strong. The mother, tears streaming down her pale face, gripped his wrist like a lifeline. "Thank you," she whispered, voice hoarse. "I'll never forget this." Jasper Hale smiled, shaking his head. He was just a school custodian, a single father of a 7-year-old named Maya, who'd learned to soothe tears and stay calm through late nights of fevers and scraped knees. He'd never delivered a baby before, had never even held one so small, but when he'd seen her crumple, something in him had snapped. He couldn't stand by and watch someone suffer, not when Maya's crayon drawing, "My daddy's a superhero," was folded in his pocket, a silent reminder of the man he wanted to be. Paramedics rushed onto the train at the next stop, wheeling the mother away on a stretcher. She turned to look at Jasper one last time, her eyes locking with his, but exhaustion pulled her under before she could say more. He didn't get her name, didn't know her story. He just picked up his lunchbox, wiped the baby's spit up from his shirt, and headed to work, thinking the moment would fade like rain on concrete. Life went back to normal, or as normal as it got for Jasper. He cleaned classrooms after school, mopped hallways until his feet ached, and tucked Maya into bed each night with stories of brave choices and kind hearts. Maya would trace the calluses on his hands and say, "Daddy, you're my hero," and Jasper would brush it off. He was just surviving, not thriving. His custodian salary barely covered rent and Maya's art supplies, and the dream of sending her to the private art school she'd begged for felt like a fantasy. He worked weekends at a hardware store to scrape by, but it never seemed enough. 3 days later, everything shifted. Jasper was buffing the marble floors of the city's most prestigious tech firm, his second job, the one that let him afford Maya's asthma inhalers, when he heard heels clicking toward him. He stood to step aside, expecting a corporate executive to brush past without a glance. Instead, the woman stopped. She wore a sharp charcoal blazer, her hair pulled back in a sleek bun, security guards flanking her. But those eyes, warm, grateful, familiar, stopped him in his tracks. It was the woman from the subway. "You're the man who delivered my daughter," she said, her voice softening. Jasper blinked, stunned. "Ah, you look different." A small smile tugged at her lips. "I'm Alara Voss. This is my company." The air rushed out of his lungs. Voss Innovations, one of the wealthiest firms in the city, the kind of place where executives earn more in a month than he did in a year. He'd cleaned their offices after hours, dusted their desks, emptied their trash, never once imagining the CEO's wife was the woman he'd helped on that rainy subway. Alara explained she'd snuck out that day, desperate to escape the pressure of being the CEO's wife and the constant hovering of doctors. She'd wanted a moment of normalcy, a walk in the rain, and instead, she'd gone into labor 4 weeks early. If Jasper hadn't stepped up, she and the baby might not have made it. "What you did," she said, "wasn't just kind. It was brave. And my husband and I want to repay you." Jasper shook his head. "You don't have to. We want to," she interrupted. "Not with money. With something that lasts." That afternoon, Jasper sat in the CEO's office, his hands clammy, as Alara and her husband, Elias, laid out their offer. A full scholarship for Maya to attend the Horizon Art Academy, tuition, supplies, even transportation covered. A promotion to facilities coordinator at Voss Innovations, with a raise that would let him quit his second job and spend evenings with Maya. Flexible hours so he could attend her art shows and doctor's appointments. "It's too much," Jasper said, voice cracking. Elias Voss, a man known for his stern demeanor, reached across the desk and shook his hand. "No, what you gave us is too much. You saved our daughter's life, and you reminded us that success isn't about power or money. It's about showing up for people, even strangers." Jasper accepted. How could he not? For Maya. For the future he'd always wanted for her. Months later, Maya stood on stage at Horizon's annual art show, her painting of a subway train with a superhero dad and a tiny baby winning first place. She looked out at the crowd, spotting Jasper and Alara standing together, and grinned. "This is for my daddy," she said into the microphone. "He's not just a custodian. He's a hero, and he taught me that kindness is the best kind of art. Jasper's eyes filled with tears. He'd never sought recognition, never wanted fame. But as he watched Maya beam, as Alara squeezed his arm in congratulations, he realized heroism wasn't about grand gestures. It was about choosing to help when no one else would, about loving fiercely, about showing up, for your kid, for a stranger, for the life you're given. Alara's daughter, named Grace, grew into a Aishao dy toddler who called Jasper Uncle Jazz. He still cleaned his own office desk every night, old habits die hard, and he still told Maya bedtime stories about brave choices. But now those stories had a happy ending, one where kindness didn't just feel good, but changed lives. If this story touched your heart, if you believe in the power of small acts of courage, in second chances, in heroes who wear flannel shirts and calloused hands, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We tell stories that remind the world. The best things in life aren't planned. They're the moments you choose to care. And if a stranger's kindness has ever lifted you up, or if you've ever stepped up when the world stepped back, comment below with "Kindness is heroic." We're listening.